should activate.
What coolant? When you say the coolant, what should come on?
The condenser.
The condenser.
The condenser what?
Fan.
And
evaporate. I mean, compressor.
And the compressor.
just say the outdoor unit should come on.
Outdoor unit.
The outdoor unit consisting of our condenser fan motor and our compressor. That should come on, right? Okay, very good. Now, once you do that, all right, everything comes on.
Right.
Put your cover back on. Ready to go,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. Right.
All right, turn it on.
Right.
Turn it on cooling,
Right.
and nothing happens.
Throw it away.
So what does that tell you, Mr. May?
The thermostat.
You need a new thermostat. All right. Same way with the heat. The heat comes. The heat doesn't come on once you set the heat. Then you know it's your thermostat that's got you out. Right.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna be with us all the time, so I'm trying to remember this stuff. So yeah, it's good.
And that paper we gave you on, that's how you troubleshoot this here. It's written here.
Oh, good. Okay.
So please study. All these papers we give you, class, especially on troubleshooting, study it. Because this is, everything is right here.
Right.
You know? Right. So that's troubleshooting a thermostat. Now, we also covered troubleshooting a capacitor, right?
Yeah.
And normally when we first started, we were troubleshooting our capacitor that we had for the condensing unit, right? Where's those capacitors? So two of them together.
Yeah, I saw them things earlier. I don't know what happened to them. Right here.
Oh, okay, yeah. We saw these capacitors together, and we talked about the words that we see on the capacitor. You see the word 30 UF, right? 30. And then you see the word 5 UF. What does that tell us, Mr. Little?
5 UF.
Yeah, 5 and 30. What does that tell us on the capacitor?
5 and 30. Well, back. 5 back.
All right, here's our 5, here's our 30. What does that tell us?
5 and 30. For the FU.
No, UF.
I'm sorry, UF.
Microfarts.
Microfarads. That's what the UF, and that's the symbol for capacitor at the top. And I hope everybody have that in their notes, right? The 30, help him out, Mr. Pearson. 30 represents what?
You said the amount of power being
Yeah, 30
supplied
UF. What name?
30
To the
microfarts.
what?
And
30.
between the fan and
30 represents the what, Mr. Yearwood? 30. You testing. What are you testing when you say 30? No, we're not testing voltage.
ohms.
We're not testing ohms. We're testing microfarads. Yeah. But the 30 represents the power from your what? Compressor.
right. Yeah,
Right? The 5 represents the what?
Fan.
Power to the what?
fan.
To your condenser fan. All right, so you put your meter and you get 30 or 29 from common to Herm, then that should indicate that so far this capacitor is okay, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right, because we're trying to get 30. If you got 29 or 30, you're okay.
Right.
Now, if you go from but if you go from common to fan and you get 0 or you get 1, what does that tell you?
There could be a problem.
Might be some issue with it. May need to
The
replace it.
capacitor probably need to be replaced. All right. So let's do that real quick. So now I know we went over this many times before, but just to make sure everybody understand fully how to test a capacitor. Some of you don't have the capacitor setting on your meter.
Right.
All right. This is the capacitor setting here. The same symbol you see here. All right. So you set your capacitor setting
So this one is 5 microfarads
for the fan.
for the fan.
Yes.
Now
And
we
the
should
30 is for our compressor.
The 30 is for the compressor.
30 is for the compressor. The high number is always for your compressor.
And the 5 is, so it's 30, you gotta get a combination between at least 35.
Yeah, 30 on one and 5 on the
Following
other.
up, 35.
Or you could go 30.
What's your settings?
Okay, so
Right here. Do you have a setting on yours for capacitor?
I don't see it.
Yeah, he don't have one.
No. Well, you can set it. Is that it there?
that's it. I think that's it.
No, that's AC. AC battery.
That's volts. Is that in the compressor? Oh no, that's AC DC volts. This is
That's the combination for amps for the battery.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
No real.
Now, but this is the setting for this particular. Who else has another meter that has this setting here?
Let me see, Mr. Barker.
This setting here.
It look just like that symbol up there.
Yes. If you don't, then you can turn it on ohms.
Oh,
You can turn it. Just plug it in.
I can use on.
Yeah. But what it is, you will not get a numerical reading. You will just get a number, and it'll go down. It won't stay. Okay. Now this particular case, we'll go from.
So which one do you know? Which one is?
Let's say you see C for common.
Okay.
You see Herm, and you see the word fan.
Okay.
Right. So we'll go from.
Herm means the compressor.
Yes, Herm. Herm is compressor.
Compressor, right?
Yeah. So let's see what we get from Herm to.
So this is always common. Okay.
Yeah, the C is always common. See what we get.
C always common.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't get anything on this side of the compressor. The Herm side, we get 0.
Okay.
Now let's go from common to
To fan.
fan.
You get nothing there.
The other day we got something. Okay. We got 4.99, 4.98.
So we got the 5 volts that we're looking
So
for.
you got the 5 microfarads for your
Microfarads.
fan side,
Right.
but you don't have the 30 for your Herm side.
So that tells
So
you
that tells you that this is what?
defective.
Defective. So you get one this size, you can go over the voltage, but the ratings 30 and 5 should be the same.
So if okay, so we know that the compressor side is bad on this capacitor,
Right.
but the fan is good. So
Yeah.
we just toss it and get another.
Common.
Yeah, we would just
Right.
reverse.
See, no. Common right here. See with the
If we
C?
got
Yeah.
That's common.
30,
And then,
let's say 20 or 25 microfarads
Common right here.
on the compressor side, but we
Herms,
didn't get any on
and it's the fan.
on the fan side. What we toss it in?
If you didn't get anything on the fan side.
Yes, sir.
If you don't get anything on either side, you toss it.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, let's say
You'll get the
on this one, this particular one, we know that the
You'll get the
compressor
connector
side.
to be-
So here to
the
here,
Herm
here
side
to
is
here
bad.
should be
We know
common
If
to
it's bad, then don't even
Herm
test.
should
you don't
be
need to
30,
test nothing else.
No,
and
I'm
then
saying,
common to
that,
fan should
let's
be
say
5.
that you get
Okay. Common
29
is 5,
microfarads
common
on the
is
compressor
30.
side.
Yeah, 30,
But you
and
get
then this should be
0
Okay.
on
And then
the
this one here is
fan
another one.
side.
I think
Yeah,
this is
but
the
you
one
still
for the
toss.
capacitor.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for
Either
the
side.
Either side
compressor.
you would toss.
When you get 0 or not enough, then
You should get
toss it.
45. See?
Say if you got 2 or 3.
No, because I'm
How we
saying that
test it again?
you know that the compressor.
So you
it'll-
put it
it'll
on
kick
one of them
the
on
compressor,
common
but it won't kick on the
here,
fan.
Right.
and the other one
So
on
you gonna
Herms for
Oh,
the
you have to throw it.
compressor.
Okay, yeah.
And you should get
I got 5.
you should,
And then
Yeah,
common
you
to-
good.
well, he
Common
got
to Herm.
I got. I don't know what that's for.
well, he got
No,
5.
yours will get a reading, but then it'll go down.
He got it set to capacitor. And he got 5 for the compressor.
Oh, you have it. Yeah, you got it.
That's
You
right,
got it.
right?
Yeah.
He got 5 for compressor.
5 quarter compressor.
Yeah.
Could have been 5 quarter compressor.
Yeah.
Where you going from where to where?
He went from common.
Herm.
to
Okay, this is your compressor here.
See, he got 5. Well, 4 this time.
For this.
0.4, 0.3.
Oh yeah, 0.4.
So we know that this is no good. This is our Herm side, the compressor, and
Okay.
he's only getting 0.5.
Try this one.
We already did.
Try this one.
No, it just go from Herm to common. I mean, from common to fan.
Yeah, that's what he's doing
I
now.
did that the first time.
All right, what did
That's
you
where we
get?
got the 5. I mean, well, it was going back and forth.
Well,
Go
no,
ahead.
this is compressor.
All right, right here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's your fan.
Okay, well.
That's no good, right?
Wait a minute. Push it all the way down here. Go ahead, push it up. 2.36.
There you go.
5.9. Yeah. So it's staying at 5 point something. So this is okay on the fan side, but the compressor side is no good.
Yeah, try this one.
Now this one here, how many microfarads should we get?
45.
45,
Yep,
right?
45.
All right, see what you get.
Let me see. 44, what do you tell that?
Right here, 45 UF.
Okay.
But Mr. Balcom, that's not a dual.
No, this is not a dual.
There you go.
45.
How you know which one it is? It's
Good
marked?
shape. No, a dual has 3 turns.
Yeah, but how do you know which one?
Oh, I saw
if if it's for the
Cause it got the high microfarads.
These here, it doesn't matter where you put your
right.
terminals. Yeah.
But this here is for both the
Fan.
Fan and compressor.
and the compressor. How
Yeah.
do you know which one this is for? It could only be for one of them, right?
Yeah.
So one could be for the fan.
Cause this one got high microfarads. It got
You will have
45.
to- So-
This one, let me see. This is. I think this one is power. Let's see on this one here, and then one is for your compressor.
Yeah, he asking how to
But
tell
what
which one.
side? I don't think it matters what side you put this on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure, Mr. Balcom? Cause this thing got 45. Remember that high number was for the compressor.
Yeah, but you get 45. It's all you get on this capacitor. 45.
So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is that this dual is for both the compressor
Right.
and the fan
And the condenser fan.
and the condenser fan.
Yeah.
Which one is this for? The compressor or the condenser fan? Because you're gonna a unit with this will have to have another one.
Okay.
We'll have to have 2 of these,
Yeah. This
right? Am I right?
Yeah. This enables you to stop you from this. You have to have another capacitor.
Yes.
You use this.
Yes.
Right. And that
Right.
would be what they call I think a run capacitor.
Right.
Yeah.
So the one with a higher number would be the compressor,
Compressor.
and the one with a lower number would be the
Be
fan.
the fan.
Okay.
Right.
Do they use a different unit for instead of that little UF thing? Do they use a different unit? Because in this one here, I see a MFD. Is that?
That's microfarads.
So that's the same thing. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, same.
So, Mr. Bottom, if I was trying to measure in ohms,
You don't measure ohms on a capacitor.
I thought you said I could use it and it's just
You
read.
can put ohms. Yeah.
Just in case it's not set on my tube.
Right.
So how would that work? How would that look?
Try it. I think it'll go up and down. It won't stay. Where you at now?
Nothing.
Oh, you got Herm and
Common.
In common.
okay, common. Okay, go from fan to common.
There you go. Something to jump right there.
Okay. Yeah, that indicates
how
that
it
it's
will read.
okay. That's how to read if you just set
If
it
it
on
was
ohms.
ohms.
Yeah.
Thank
You wouldn't get a reading like you got on your setting on
So I wouldn't even really look for a number. I would just look for activity.
there. Yeah, if you had it set on ohms. Yeah. But that might not be good because you might not still have enough microfarads for this thing to start, even though you're getting a reading.
So really don't use that.
Yeah, that's why I encourage everyone if you could get this type of tester.
Get the good
So
client.
you'll get the definite.
I know, right?
Yes.
Spend the money.
Yeah.
In some unit in my work, my job,
Uh-huh.
has one capacitor and one this one.
Yeah, you have 2.
Yeah,
But this takes the place of using 2.
but this one is connected in this one,
Right,
in the common.
right,
These 2 cables right here is coming to the common.
right. One is common and one is compressor. Right? Yeah. Okay, now we did another test on the capacitor. And we talked about the capacitor that you find on your blower motor, right?
Yeah.
You always find on these blower motors, you always find a capacitor
It's right there.
here. On this motor here, you'll find your capacitor, right?
They way better, man. They cost about $100.
Where's that capacitor?
Oh, you say just for class? Huh? If it's just for class.
But you can see another one here. on this one here. You see the capacitor on that fan? Right there, okay. Yeah, so we talked about how do you tell if you have a bad capacitor, if you have a bad capacitor for your blower motor. Mr. Yearwood, help us out. How do we troubleshoot that? Without even taking it apart and testing it. How do you tell?
Go to thermostat and I think you go cooling and it should.
All right, you go to cooling or you go to heat, whichever. Okay.
Here it come on.
All right, but it don't. But what if it doesn't come on?
Then you do we did this.
Yes, we did. And that's why I wanted you to be the teacher today, so you can tell us what we do. What did we do? Who was here?
I think we checked the. No?
No, we didn't go there. All right, Mr. May, help us out. We're testing the blower motor, the furnace motor. All right, we're testing the capacitor. It doesn't come on. So what do you do?
And we jumped it at the thermostat.
Okay, you could jump in. Okay, it came on, right?
Okay, it came on.
Right?
And so
Okay, let's say it didn't come on.
let's say it didn't. The blower motor did not come on.
Right. But you went outside, not outside, but you checked from R to Y, and the outdoor unit came on, right?
You push the button on the
So
contactor.
far, the thermostat is okay.
Yeah,
So far, it's okay.
On the outdoor piece.
Right, the outdoor piece.
Okay.
But the motor inside is not coming on. So how do you tell whether that motor, what's wrong with that motor on the inside? How do you give a good test for that? Real quick. See, Daniel's telling us, but y'all not listening.
You spin the fan.
Spin the fan.
That's what,
And when you spin that fan,
right.
and after a while, that unit will what? Come on. Now, if that happens, what does that tell you?
Bad capacitor.
It tells you that you have a bad capacitor, right?
Now,
If you spin it, you
can
could
check
spin
those
it.
capacitors?
You could, yeah, you could test it. You could spin it. You can see where you spin it here.
Right.
You spin it, and once you spin it, that fan will come on. But once it goes off on temperature, what happens?
Shut off.
It won't come back on unless you go back and do what?
Twist it again.
Manually
So,
spin it
Mr.
again.
Pearson, they're gonna hire you 8 hours.
Yeah, no, sir. That's expensive money right there. I don't think they got enough for me, Mr.
Yeah, that's the capacitor right there.
This capacitor right here.
Uh-huh.
We check the wires off of it if we wanted to check the micropads on
Yeah,
it.
same way.
Same way.
Oh, we had
Yeah,
to take the
yeah.
wires off. We couldn't check it with
Yeah,
the
with
wires
the wires
on.
off, yeah.
We
You
couldn't
have
check
to-
it with
well,
them
you
on.
But what's the first thing you do when you have handling the capacitor?
You gotta de-energize it.
De-energize it by doing what?
Once
They're
you
going to shorten it out, right?
shorten it out with a insulated screwdriver. Yeah.
All right, over there.
Yeah, you was like rub the de-energize.
Yeah, this is how you de-energize it. You run across 2 leads like that, or you go here. That's how you de-energize it, because it stores electricity.
So you okay.
And when you do that, but
You run against the body and
first
against the 2
thing,
leads.
had to verify that there's no voltage.
Right.
That's number one. And once you verify there's no voltage, then you can short it out, and then you can get your needle nose and take your wires off,
Okay,
and then you can test it.
So how we verify there's no voltage with a capacitor? Don't they store high voltage? And some of the multimeters have a voltage limit.
You get your voltage tested and test for voltage from the outdoor disconnect.
Okay.
That's what's powering this, right?
Gotcha. Right.
Now, in order to find out the microfarads on the blower motor, you might have to,
You have to disconnect it. To me.
yeah,
Take it
disconnect
loose.
it. But you also might have to take it out
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to
in
take
order
it
to
out.
find out on the back. I guess on the back you find out the information you're
Right,
looking for. On the
right.
So
back.
you have to discharge it from here first before you take it off.
Yeah, discharge it here.
Okay, so this usually in the back of the furnace.
It could be the front or the
Maybe
back,
anyway,
but
okay.
for some reason this one is in the back.
It's usually connected to the fan.
Huh?
So it's just pretty much standardly connected to the fan, right? So
Yeah,
if I locate
yeah,
the fan,
yeah. Right,
I can locate my capacitor.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So in each system, there will be a capacitor for the outdoor unit and a capacitor for the indoor unit.
Yeah, for the fans, primarily. Now, I had this problem. I told y'all about this problem last year. I went over this lady's house, and and they said something about it wasn't cooling. I said, okay. So I went up. She had her furniture and everything upstairs. She didn't have a basement. So I went upstairs. I said, wow, this blower motor is not coming on. So I just turned the squirrel cage, and it turned on. I said, okay. Now I said, okay, well, let me go downstairs and check everything outside and make sure she still got any cooling. But found out she had a bad compressor. I checked it out, and she wound up buying a new compressor. But
A
to
new
my
compressor
partner,
for the AC?
huh?
A new compressor?
Yeah.
So she had to get the whole outdoor unit in
But
place.
before that, I told my partner, I said, man, we got to go and buy a capacitor. So, yeah, before I went outside to check everything, I told we got to go buy a capacitor. So we get in the car, and I said, man, it was on the 4th of July, Memorial Day. I said, man, where you going to buy a capacitor on a holiday? So we was like getting ready to run around in circles. Wasn't no place to buy it anyway. So that was, I never forget that. I was on a holiday. So,
But didn't you talking on the AC unit, right? The compressor.
yeah, the blower motor. We was going to get a capacitor for that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, okay.
But that wouldn't have helped
But
her
right,
at that
you
moment
said the
because-
compressor was bad in the AC
Right,
unit,
right,
so
right.
technically or financially, it would probably been better for her to go ahead and buy a whole new unit, right?
Yeah, that's what she eventually did.
Oh, okay.
And in fact, she passed on right after that. And I told her after that.
Wow.
Damn.
She was sick anyway.
Well, you gotta buy a compressor. How much money are you looking to spend?
You're looking to spend several $1,000s
On a
because
compressor?
right now, just a compressor.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't just buy a
That's
compressor.
what I'm about. How often do
They buy the whole new condensing unit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
thinking.
could
Yeah.
just change the compressor if we wanted to?
Oh yeah. You can change it.
Okay.
Change it.
All right.
And the next month we're gonna show you how to not solder but braze
Oh,
a
that's
compressor
good.
in.
How we troubleshoot
Crazy.
that? Can we go over how to troubleshoot and see if we
How to
need
troubleshoot what, a compressor?
compressor to see if we need to change that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who can help him out how to troubleshoot a compressor? We went over that too.
Let me see.
Mr. Yearwood.
There you go.
He's the man.
He's the man.
He's the man.
You the man. I got you there too today, man.
All right. Now, we drew this on the board the other day, and we told you this indicates a what?
A run?
Ground fault.
No, it's messed up. Well, yeah, you did say it. You can run and start.
This indicates that we have a grounded compressor.
Yeah.
It's grounded
Grounded.
because one of the terminals, it could be the start terminal, it could be the run terminal, but the terminal broke off and is now hitting the housing of your compressor. Wow. It's now hitting the housing of the compressor. So that means that the compressor is grounded. Now, how do we test for ground? One thing you do is make sure that the compressor is off for a few hours, and then you give a test for ground. All right, Mr. Yearwood,
I did that thing. You owe me some money, cat.
he's going to test the compressor for ground. The compressor, not the capacitor.
I thought you said compassion.
That's over
No,
there.
no. The compressor for ground. All right?
Over there.
When we have a grounded compressor, it's no good. And he's going to determine if this compressor is grounded. Now, first thing you do is set your meter on what? What are you setting your meter on?
With the line?
No, you're
No, you're
ohms.
checking ohms now.
Ohms.
You're checking ohms. You put it on either the symbol, the volume symbol, or the
It's all
Okay.
three you want.
All right, now touch your leads and make sure you have it on right. Okay, good.
And the phone number sticker. You ground it, and then on the copper piping.
Yeah.
Then you go to
To run, I think.
R2 or not R2.
Either
but
one of those three
yeah.
leads.
Either one of the three.
RT3.
Check all three, but just one of the three first. All right, now what does that tell you right now?
I see. Oh wow, that's not right.
All right, so far so good. If he got a reading on his meter, if he got 10 ohms, 100 ohms, or whatever, if he got a reading, then that compressor is grounded. It's no
And that
good.
makes no good. But
So
if
far,
you
he
don't-
haven't gotten anything.
So we good.
So far, he's good.
Okay.
Nothing. Oh
All
well.
right, so far so good, right?
Oh well. Oh well. Yes sir.
All right, so that compressor is not grounded.
Okay.
All right, it's not grounded. All right, and so far it's good. But you could. This is a electrical test, but in compressor you have mechanical, right? You have pistons, valves, and that could go bad as well. So another way to test it is test for what they call a short. All right.
It's not the same thing as ground?
No. Grounding is when the wires are touching the housing of the compressor. All right, like the picture there, the one we gave you earlier. Now the other test is for a short, and it's you go from common to start, and common to run, and it should add up, right? Who helped us out last time on the board? We're going from common to start, common to run.
I don't know.
I did.
One here.
All right, help us out again, Mr.
Okay.
Hayes. No, you.
You the senior officer on duty right now. So you said go to common to run, right?
Common to run, and tell us what you got.
Wait a minute, first of all, I forgot what I
CNR.
Huh?
CNR.
Common to run. C. Just put C and R.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
C and R. Okay.
Yes.
It's about to light up.
All right. 1.0.
For what?
From common to common to start.
Yeah.
Common to run.
Huh?
C and R. All right. Now we're going from common to start. C and S.
Okay.
How much you got a while ago? 1 point.
Just one
1.0.
3.4.
for common.
3.4.
Start.
All right.
3.4.
Now,
3-1?
3.4.
now add it up, and what should we get? Hold up.
That's 4.4.
4.4. Okay, now go from common to start. I mean, start to run. It should add up to whatever that is.
Start. Do those three things.
Yeah. We gave you a paper on that. I hope everybody still have their paper. We have 4.4.
Oh,
That's good.
4.4.
That's good.
All right, so what do we have? What do we added up? 4.4, 4.4?
Yeah.
So this compressor so far, electrically, is good.
Electrical.
Electrically, it's good. Okay, good to go.
When does the compressor is look good?
And the last one to check was which
If,
one?
if any of those numbers are plus or lower or higher, then it's no good.
And this is a hermetic compressor, right?
C to R is
Yeah,
CNS.
hermetic. Yeah, reciprocating compressor.
Now, what's my last one?
That was it.
That was the last
The last one was common. It was run to start.
one.
Run to start.
Oh yeah, 44.
4.4.
Now I'm seeing 1 point.
All right, 1.0, 1.0. That's your common to run. on something. Yours jumping. Now, we gave you a paper. If you didn't get a paper on what we just did, I want to make sure everybody have that in their paper. Man, time really goes fast. You have a phone? Did you?
Nah.
Okay. Now, you might want to get your phone and get the number back in the city. Call it ISBN number. This is the book that you want.
Right here.
You say white. So run to start is my last one.
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah, now this is what we just did. This is the test that we just did. Some of y'all should have this already in your notes.
I got that.
All right, but if you don't, I'll give you another copy. But if you don't have it in your notes, you don't have a few copies left.
I don't have this one.
You don't have that?
Maybe you give it Thursday, next week.
Okay. Yeah, this is the ISBN number that you get. And this is how
Mr.
you
Buckham
order.
ain't gonna be around all the time. Mr. Buckham.
Then I'll turn it over in front of you, and you'll see the
Yeah. 10-year
background cover and addition. Hold on.
I wonder how much is it to replace this, like how much work is started waste.
Now,
See a couple
make sure you get this
I see a
level
couple
one,
pipe
fourth
got
edition.
started.
So that's what you get.
I wonder is that
Okay, questions?
How difficult is it to change a compressor out?
How difficult?
Should you just buy a whole new unit? I mean, I don't have money like that, but
Yeah.
you know.
Like if your refrigerator compressor go out, the time and money it's gonna take you to put that compressor in, you buy a new one.
Just buy a whole new unit.
Buy a new one. Same thing with that. Most people don't buy this new compressor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But if I'm
Especially
short on cash,
if they have a new, relatively old unit
yes, sir.
that's still using R22, it don't make any sense to just change the compressor.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because the R22 gonna cost you an arm and a leg, and if you can find it. So people now, everybody know what everybody's using now, 410A, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you use 410A, you would have to change your indoor unit and the outdoor unit.
Yeah. You might as well just replacing
If you're
units.
using 410A, if it has 22, they're not gonna put 22 in a new unit